Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. And listen, we are back with another edition of Roundtable Mondays. Tonight, we're going to be talking about all things producers, production, beats, all that. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and have my guys introduce themselves. JFresh, what's going on, bro?
What's going on? JFresh Beatz, or JFresh Beatz the DJ, coming at you with another one. You know, we going to make it fresh.
Hey, DJSTAXX, what's going on, brother?
What's good? IAMDJSTAXX on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's a long day.
Listen, I'm so glad that you're here. I know you got a lot going on right now, and, you know, definitely sending along my prayers. Both of you guys got a lot going on. Your mother-in-law just passed. Your son's not feeling well. Like, there's just a lot going on. So I just want to say, first and foremost, man, prayers out to both you guys, because, I mean, I know it's definitely tough times for everybody. So, but listen, we're just going to jump right on into it. It's not about me tonight. It's about, you know, us getting to know, you know, what's going on with these producers. So I'm going to throw the questions out there, and then you guys, you know, can most certainly answer them, you know, as you please. So we're just going to jump right on into it. The first question I got is, what's the difference between a producer and a beat maker?
Well, I say a producer is somebody who is in charge of making the record. Beat maker can just, you know, he can just make a beat, or he can put the drums to it, or he can put something to it. But the producer is making sure that the record is right. He makes sure that the words are correct. He makes sure that the melodies are right. He makes sure that basically everything has a feel good situation whenever he listens to the record.
Got you. What's your input on that?
As for the producer side, more so like technical thing. Like we'll use DJ Khaled, for example, producer. He produces a lot of good music, but he makes beats too. So there's big difference between the two, because that's like the creative talent to put everybody together on the record.
Right.
He might even write some of the records. You never know. So, you know, it's a big difference.
Definitely. Yeah. I think there's always a lot of confusion about that. People don't know the difference between what they are. So I just wanted to tap in on that. If somebody's looking to get started being a producer, you know, a lot of these youngins, you know, they start at a young age. What direction should they go in? What should they be doing? You know, what advice would you give them if they're first starting out as a producer?
I went into production really early. Like I went to school for it. Went to Full Sail University. But I would say if somebody's trying to get started, definitely pick up FL Studio. I know a lot of people don't really like FL Studio, but
it's been around for a while.
It's been around for a while. It's definitely something that I started with. Pick up FL Studio and start dabbling with it. See if it's something that you have the patience for. And then also start learning how to play the piano. I always say learn how to play an instrument before you can actually start getting into it, because it'll make production a whole lot easier. Yeah. Instead of just dabbling, we got a lot of producers that I call them click producers, because they
There's a lot of push button DJs too, right?
They push a whole lot of buttons and they don't really learn the craft. So that's what I say.
Got you.
The flood stores like BeatStars and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of beats and $20 leases. But with the production, with the producing part, I feel like if you want to get into it and you've been making it, sometimes reach out to artists and just send them a big package, 50 beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't even charge them.
Yeah.
You know, you might charge a dude, say, hypothetically speaking, say $2,000 for a beat. Like, yo, you could buy it flat out. But if you give him the beat for free, it's not really free, but then you take, do a split sheet and take some, percentage on the back end. It becomes a hit record. You make way more money than $2,000.
Facts.
A lot of people don't do that, because I'm working with a guy now. He did beats for like Beyonce. He actually wrote a song for Beyonce. And I don't know what their percentage is, but that's really what got him in the door doing it for Beyonce. Now, is he a big guy? No, because probably how he did his deal was a bad thing. He might have just took the money up front because it's Beyonce. But if he took that percentage on the back end, it's Beyonce.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that. A lot of times you don't want to have to necessarily charge up front to be able to, you're going to make more money on the back end, especially depending on who it is.
Most definitely.
So any up and coming producers, you just gave kind of an answer to my next question. Any up and coming producers, they all want to get placements. So let's talk about that a little bit more in depth. And it kind of is going to go into me also asking about YouTube. When you're first starting out, what's the route that you guys are going to take? And we'll start with you first on this one. You know, to offer a producer a piece of advice, you know, hey, I got all these beats. Now what do I do with them?
I mean, there's a lot of stores on the web. You got BeatStars. You could YouTube them, put your email and everything in there. You know, let them take it let them use the beat for free. And if they actually want it, you know, just have them send you an email, or even just say, yo, when you do it, say we'll use, what is that thing? TuneCore, TuneCore and DistroKid. You could do little percentages, but like, well, if you use this beat, put my information, give me 5, 10, 20%, because TuneCore been around for a while. I think TuneCore was at first like 2012. It was like Def Jam First Take or something, because what they were doing was you put a record on it, and if your record did good, they were supposedly signing you, and then it changed into full blown TuneCore. So
they're like the OGs of the distribution.
Yeah, they've been around for a while, and they just changed their platform to like the DistroKid platform. Now you pay one set fee, and you can release all your music now for one set fee instead of per album. And they also collect your publishing for you, which is a big thing. I know a lot of artists don't know about collecting their publishing.
Man.
Producers too don't know about collecting publishing, and they're like, yo, I didn't make no money. But you never know. You got 100 beats out there. That publishing check might be bigger than what you were charging for a beat.
Absolutely.
But you didn't collect no publishing because you didn't know how to sign up for publishing. You don't know about sound exchange. You don't know about anything. And a lot of people just don't do their homework.
Facts. Absolutely correct. There could be a lot of money that's owed.
Oh, yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Like if a producer's just starting out, I know he gave some good tips, like BeatStars, and I know there's SoundClick maybe, and
well, SoundClick is a little old.
But I don't know. That's why you guys are talking about this.
They do. It used to be SoundClick. That was a long time ago. I don't know if people still do SoundClick, but there's Airbit, BeatStars.
Yeah, Airbit's good.
And then I know a lot of producers are just uploading to their regular site,
their own website.
So if you're a producer and you're just starting and you've got like a rack of beats, make sure that you have enough to dish out. Start making a beat like every day if you can, or every 3 days, and then take the beats that you have collectively, and like he said, hit up some artists that you think is good on Instagram,
right? And
just hit them up and say, hey, I really like your music, I just want to send you some beats. And once they get it, and you don't necessarily have to charge them, because I think that's where a lot of people go wrong,
right?
They charge the artists. Just make it to where it's free. You get your money on the back end. If it's a hit song, I mean, it blows up. There's so many people that have just hit up artists on Instagram and just said, hey, I'm a give you this free beat. I think what's his name, DDS gave it to Dej Loaf, just a free beat pack. And Try Me,
yes,
yeah, dope.
Try Me. There's a couple of other ones, but he's a real big person on YouTube now.
Got you.
Basically from that. So I mean, not only that, you can also get placements from YouTube. Just do your process every day. How you going to make a beat, how it makes you feel, do like a vlog or something like that. There was actually a producer named Sarah Too Ill that's straight out of North Carolina. She moved to California. She got big just from doing her vlogs every day, and now she works with, I cannot remember the name of the company now. It's a leasing company, but everybody uses them.
That's dope.
Uses them, and
so they use them for like what, maybe commercials and movies.
Yeah,
and
commercials
stuff?
and movies. I think Will Smith, her first week on it, Will Smith used her record.
Wow.
In one of his YouTube videos. So it's just make yourself available.
Yes.
Don't close yourself off.
And that's actually dope, because licensing, people don't know. You could just make a plain beat, and
Yeah.
it'll be a score number in a movie. You could license that out.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody might pick it up and actually use it as a beat, but you'll still get money off of that on the back end. And also, when you send those beat packs, don't do like 20-second beats, because some of these people need the whole beat to understand what they're getting to. You'll send 50 beats, and it'll be 20 seconds each.
They'll try to loop it or something.
Send the record, man. Right, send the record. Don't be stingy. You can make, like, that's the whole point of being creative. You can make more, because it's not like it's a one hit wonder and then you're closed off for the rest of the year.
Right. And also, too, you can protect yourself by registering with a company like Songtrust.
Oh, yeah.
As a producer. So if you register your beats with Songtrust, if they use it and don't tell you about it, you still going to get paid, because Songtrust, that's what they do. is they find, like, if I use your beat or instrumental in my podcast all the time, you should be getting a check off of it every time it's streamed on YouTube or wherever else. So you got to protect yourself with song trust as well, artists and producers.
A lot of them don't know that, and a lot of producers feel like they get messed over. But I'm like, you didn't do your homework,
right?
So if you get screwed, you get screwed. I tell that to artists. They're like, "Yo, bro, let's go get a deal." I'm like, "All right, but you don't have nothing."
Yeah.
So now you think they're gonna walk in here and give you $500,000 for what? I said they're gonna want your publishing. They're gonna want everything, your masters. Nah, I'm not willing to give that up. But I'm like, you don't have nothing. So what do you have to leverage?
Right.
Nothing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what are your thoughts, and we'll start with you again on this one. What are your thoughts on two producers collabing together and working together?
Actually, that's pretty good because you got producers like big producers like Cash Money, AP, and other producers. They'll collab with smaller producers sometimes, and those big producers like Cash Money, AP still be out here grinding. You go to their website, they have certain beats up there for $20.
Man.
But they still have placements where, they get a percentage on the song, going back to that. So people think, oh, nah, man, no, because they still got those little beats circulating around there to get the little change here and there.
Yeah.
So always collab, because you can also get somebody else's fan base. Somebody might like what you have to offer on your end. So now when they check out your tag, they'll check out your beats and his beats together. Or like you said, if it's like on Airbits, it'll be two producers click.
Yeah.
You'll click on the second producer like, oh, okay. I like
exactly.
this. So now y'all just helped each other out. I get your fan base, you get my fan base.
It's like two artists collabing. No, not different, right? Just the same concept. What are your thoughts on it?
I think the same way. Like, there should be more collaborating as producers. I feel like a lot of producers have become selfish over the years because they feel like another producer is going to take their spot, or they're going to take what they've earned or what they've done and then take their name for it. I think it's a whole lot of hurt, I guess you can say, a producer hurt. But I think there needs to be more collaboration. If it doesn't work out the first time, just try again. There's so many situations where we can build and go further. I'm the type of producer, if I know something and I'm with a group of other producers, I'm going to teach them everything I know as much as I can, because if you're struggling to get somewhere and I've already gotten that place, collaboration, that's the whole purpose of why I'm trying to build you up, because now you can go about this situation or this deal easily because of the knowledge that I've given you.
Absolutely. What about, when does it come to a point when you decide if you're going to charge for that collab or not? Let's talk about that just briefly.
I think it comes with like the name or the deals that you've done or the relationship that you have.
Yeah.
Usually if, like for me, I've had a lot of, my name is on a lot of credits, I guess you can say. So if somebody's out of the blue, and depending on the relationship that we have, yes, I'll charge. But if it's somebody who has a great relationship, it for me, it's relationship basis. If we have a good relationship or we click, whatever the case may be, then I might waiver the fee.
Right, or if it's beneficial to both you guys, you're not charging.
I'll waiver my fee and get my money on the back end, because it's just beneficiary when the relationship is good, because I know the music is going to be good.
Right.
I'm a sole believer that a producer's music all start with a great relationship, because it won't. Your music is based off of feel, and if the feel isn't right or the relationship isn't right, then the music, it can be right, but 9 times out of 10 isn't going to be right because it wasn't a good feel in the beginning.
Right. What are your thoughts on that?
With two producers, I really feel like neither one should really charge each other unless they're putting the record out. Just split the percentage.
Yeah,
split it.
Unless it's probably one big producer and you got a little small, tiny producer.
Now if that's the case, then that's a different story. But I always feel like split the percentage, because at the end of the day, you all trying to make money. I know a lot of people want to get the big dollar up front, but sometimes they don't see the bigger picture on the back end, especially if you're working with a big producer. If you're working with a big producer, honestly, I would do it for namesake. I'd be like, all right, look, we could collab. I'll pay you, or I don't want the percentage, because that networking situation, people understand it's not about what you know, it's about who you know.
Yeah, those relationships.
Because, anybody could walk you in the door. Social media is a big place. You might be able to collab with a producer that's in the UK while you live in Atlanta.
Right.
And that producer in the UK has a whole big fan base in the UK. Now you're in the UK with a big fan base. Never even got on the plane and
Absolutely.
crossed the seas. You know, but with the producer thing, a lot of people just like in it for the money, and yeah, it's just a big money grab.
Yeah.
And it's enough music out there because I think about a week, it's about 60,000 new songs dropping every week. Everybody's making music, so there's enough to go around. Plus, and if you're licensing your beats anyway, and nobody's actually buying exclusive, you'll keep reselling the same beat over and
Right.
over and over again. So you don't even have to really be mad. If you put a beat pack out, he uses the beat, but he doesn't buy it. You put it out for lease anyway, you'll still make money.
That's right.
Yeah.
Over and over again. Absolutely. So we briefly talked about YouTube. Are you guys for it or against it? Putting your beats out there on YouTube. It sounds like you're both cool with that.
I'm cool with it. I think that you definitely need to protect yourself regardless. There's so many people that have blown up because they put their stuff out on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just finding a place. I feel like the YouTube game is overly saturated because everybody knows that certain producers have blown up. Just like Lil Nas X's producer, he blew up because of a YouTube beat. The DDS guy that I mentioned, he blew up because of a YouTube beat. It just gets to the point to where you have to do something different. I'm not against it. I just feel like a lot of producers just need to protect themselves.
Absolutely. What are your thoughts on producers put on
YouTube
YouTube?
is fine. A lot of people go on YouTube, take the beat down anyway, record to it, put it out. You know, a lot of producers put a bunch of watermarks in it. Like I always say, just put in the caption, you know, free beat, give me a credit. You know what I'm saying? Unless if it's a major beat that you really don't want to put out, don't put it on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
You put it on YouTube, it's going to get jacked one way or another.
Exactly.
And then there's apps out here, which I shouldn't even be telling, that'll take the watermarks or, you know, or the backdrops out the song anyway. They can still put the beat out.
Yeah, they
So-
could chop it up and stuff if they really know how to work Pro Tools.
Yeah, and that's what I say. Just tell them to give you a little percentage on it or shout you out, or when they put the record out, put produced by, you know, just to help out one, because if you put produced by, it'll get registered and they'll pay you anyway. So, you know, that's just a big thing. YouTube is cool because if you ain't got no marketing dollars, just put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube is the biggest streaming platform because you don't have to have an app. You can watch it from your TV, your phone, your browser. Like,
And you don't have to have an account for it.
you don't have, and that's the other thing. You don't have to sign up for an account for it
They
too.
don't pay good, Lord. I tell you.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
I
So
got 500,000 streams, and I'm like, yo, come on.
I think the big thing with YouTube is getting your Google ads together.
Oh, yeah.
But it's bigger than that. Like, yes, you can put your Google ads, but you got to really dissect how you actually put it together to get the most bang for your buck.
Yeah, it's all about tag, title, description, knowing how to rank. Because if you don't know how to rank, then you're kind of wasting your time. Knowing exactly how the algorithm works and then putting an AdSense behind it
Yes.
really puts you ahead of the game. I always tell producers, if you're going to put a beat out there, even on BeatStars, put something behind it, whether it be $5 to $10. It doesn't really have to be a lot. But if you put something behind it, you're doing more than what the average producer would be
Absolutely.
doing. Because the average producer is just going to put it out there and
Hope somebody sees it.
hope somebody sees it. Then go get another beat, put something out there, hope somebody sees it, and wish and pray and do everything that these YouTubers are telling you without saying that they actually put money behind it.
Yes.
I think BeatStars just came out with this promotion thing where you can actually put money behind your beat once you release it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube. It can also be BeatStars. It can be Airbit. It can be Instagram. Just put something behind it.
Let's talk about a very subject that needs to be talked about that a lot of artists don't do, and let's talk about split sheets. That is so important, but a lot of artists and producers, they just skip right past it.
They don't know what it is. It's not that they skip it. They don't know what it is.
They don't know it
knowledge.
exists, I guess. So either one of you guys can chime in first on this. Let's talk split sheets.
Because I didn't know about split sheets until probably about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I was working on a song with my artist Lachey Knox, and we had been in the lab just making music, and then we get to the point to where we're getting ready to release it. Now it's time to release it, and they bring this piece of paper in. I'm like, what is the piece of paper in for? Like, you just put it on DistroKid, put it on TuneCore.
Did they put their percentage in already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bring the piece of paper in, and they've already got their percentage, and they already wrote down what my percentage was going to be.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
And then I put my name on it. So I didn't know what it meant until I got like further on, and then now I'm realizing, okay, split sheets are important because now, and then the next artist that I worked with, I had my percentage already in there.
There you go.
And then I was able to give him the split sheet because my percentage was already in there.
Right. So it's the producer's job to already have that ready to go.
Always have your ducks in a row. I was working with a production team, so when I was working with the production team, of course, my percentage was already going to be pre-made for me anyway.
Small percentage.
Right.
Yeah, it was going to be a small percentage, but it was just to get my foot in the door. When I'm the sole producer, I'm going to put what my percentage is, what I want to get, and then put my name in it, and then give them the piece of paper.
Gotcha.
That way,
you typically ask for in your percentage because I know there are people their producers will be like, I want 50%. And I look at them sideways like, bro, I'll give you 20, 25.
Nah, for me, I don't want 50% because that's kind of being greedy. For me, I want at least 15 to 20. 15 to 20, that's all I want.
Okay.
Sounds reasonable.
Because at the end of the day, I want you to eat too. Because
of course,
if you eat and you're happy, you're going to come back.
Absolutely.
And then when you come back, you're going to want to do more stuff. And then that's 15 and 20. That eventually, that's all going to add up.
Yeah.
And when that adds up, that's more money in my pocket.
Absolutely. Let's talk about, being a producer, beat maker, maybe engineering. Outside of that, how important is it to have other hustles? Because both of you guys DJ as well. I'm going to take it over here first. How important is that for you to do other stuff?
You in the music business, always do other stuff. People always want to be the star, the main artist. Artists need DJs. They need producers. A lot of them need songwriters. I'm not going to put no names out there. There's a lot of major artists lying. So doing another hustle is easy. That's why I did DJing, because I'm like, all right, cool. I know a bunch of people. I'll tour with them and go on tour and DJ with them. And sometimes I do it for free because now I'm in there. If there's a major artist, like, yo,
that's that relationship.
Let me lock in with him. Or even if they already got a DJ, I might pull up with my stuff anyway. But like, yo, if he ain't here, he ain't here. Because we had a situation like that once. I was on tour with Mozzie with my homeboy Brody Fresh, and his DJ left. You know what I'm saying? And on some weird stuff, he left, and we needed a DJ. But that DJ had took the music, but I had the music. So I was gearing and ready to go, even though the set was a little late. So sometimes it's good to just be there and be in the right place at the right time. Give you opportunity. Absolutely,
I agree. What's your thoughts on that?
I think that you definitely need more than one hustle, because the music industry is so, I guess you could say, inconsistent and consistent at the same time.
It has seasons.
Yeah, it definitely has a season. So I not only produce, but I also DJ. I also do film and photography. I also do
engineering.
You name it, technological wise, I pretty much do it.
He does live streaming.
Yeah, it's just trying to make sure that you have something consistent. Because at the end of the day, this is your 9 to 5.
That's right.
And if this is your 9 to 5, I learned something in college when I first went. They basically said you got to have something to fund the dream or to fund the hobby.
Yeah.
That keeps you doing the hobby more.
Yeah.
So if I have something like film and photography, and then that's funding my hobby, then I can get the equipment I want. I can get whatever I necessarily need in order to continue doing the hobby. And then I perfect my craft. Now I need ads.
Yes.
So now I have something that's funding my ads.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So it basically gets me to the point to where I know without a shadow of a doubt, I can do this with no stress.
Right.
The less stress that you have, the better.
Yes. Next question. How important is it as a producer that you know how to produce multiple genres of music? And we'll take this over here to Mr. StaXX.
No, it's a big thing because some people will get boxed in. Like right now, drill music. Like I'm from New York, so drill music in New York is a big thing.
Right.
Some of these producers can only make drill music.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, there's people who like other records than drill music.
Right.
Like, I steer away. Like I work with like more artists that do like conscious music, but Like, some of them could only do drill. And then you're like, yo, well, I need you to make a beat. I'll pay you X, Y, and Z. Can you make this type of beat? And he's like, nah, that's not my style. Like, what do you mean? Like, you were what? A one-trick pony? Like, what are you doing here? Like, you can't do anything else? Like, do you even know how to play, like you said, the piano, play an instrument? Like, I got homeboys that can play the drums and everything else. And that helps with live music, making beats. Like, I have a homeboy now. He did a whole set, live music, drums, piano, everything. And it was a rap song. Some of these producers can't even do that.
Right.
Because you got to have, like, definitely for live arrangements, those are serious. Knowing that you got to know how to make the record stand out just from a instrument playing wise.
Yes.
To make it different. It's completely outside of the box. I really think it's important that everybody should play the piano. But I really think that I'm sorry, I lost the question. What was the question one more time?
How important is it for you to be able to produce multiple genres?
I really think it's important for different reasons. A lot of people are doing trap. A lot of people are doing drill.
Right.
But let's say you make a country track.
Yeah, which
a lot of people are looking for that. Let's say you make a pop track.
Yeah.
Because if you make pop music and you make hip hop music, now you have different sides.
Right.
Crossover.
I feel like
Yep.
each genre is a money making move.
Yes.
So if you have money in hip hop, now I've got money in pop. Now I've got money in country. Now I've got money in
Gospel.
jazz. Now I got money in gospel.
Yeah.
Now these are 5 that I just named, but 5 different genres that money is flowing through.
That's right.
And country and pop is big right now.
Exactly.
Huge.
Exactly. Like, you know how many pop records? I think that's probably why Drake just made the whole
Dance album.
Dance
Yeah.
album, and he was #1 at it. Just so he can get his foot in dance.
Yeah, that's a whole nother market for him.
Because he did reggae, he did hip hop, he does trap. Now he did dance.
Yeah, and he kind of dabbles in R&B a little bit. He's harmonizes and stuff.
So that's just something that he got his foot in the door with, and so now that's more money coming to him.
Absolutely. Before we close out of here, first of all, I appreciate you guys both being here. Thank you
no
so
problem.
much. What is a gem? What is a jewel, a gem, a tip? And it could not necessarily even be for producers. It could be for artists or anybody else in the business. What's that one go-to gem that you like to throw out to people all the time?
This is a new one, and I got it from like TikTok. If you practice, film it. If you play, film it. If you produce, film it. If you take pictures, film it.
Yeah.
Because you are the content.
Yes, you have to document all of that.
Document everything. Document everything. I have a homie. His name is B Sims. He just did like he got a Grammy nomination from Eric Bellinger, and then he got another song that he did in P Valley, and what he does is every time he gets ready to write a song or to edit a song or do anything, he takes this little DJI recorder. It's the smallest camera in the world, but it's like high definition. He puts it on top, leaves it alone after he presses the record button, and does his whole entire process. And so now he has documentation.
Gotta have that.
Every time he writes a song. So then when the song releases, he's like, he'll send it to a videographer and be like, hey, can you chop it up at these points, because this record is about to release and I want to show the behind the scenes.
Absolutely. We're in a content area. That's a great tip. What you got?
I don't know if it's a gem, but I think the biggest thing for artists, producers, everybody, marketing.
Yes.
Y'all make 100,000 songs and then put it out, hope somebody hears it, didn't put a single dollar behind marketing. Nobody can find you if you don't pay for advertisement. Nobody can find you if you don't reach out to whoever your fan base might be. Like, and social media is big. Instagram helps you. Like Reels, like I make money off Reels.
Yes.
You make like you say, make the content, put up there's a reel, and I'll help y'all out with the numbers. 2,000 reel plays is $10. So
Yes.
if you do the math, you know, you can make it to the little 1,200 that Instagram is offering you. Just like marketing is a big thing because music, the music business is what, 20% of the music. The rest is all business.
Facts.
Nobody wants to work with you if they can't make no money, and nobody can work with you if they can't find you. So you got to network. Social media will put you in places with people you never thought you'd meet. Like, I've met people at labels. I have labels follow me, don't know how they found me, and I'm like, all right, well, how'd you find me? Like, and big labels too. I got like Motown and other places like that. And I'm like, yo, how'd y'all even find me? But it's because of the content and the music that I've already put out, and I pay for marketing. I don't care what anybody says. Pay for marketing. Don't let nobody lie to you. Say, oh, we're going viral overnight. You're lying.
Nah, they
They're
paid
lying.
for that money.
They're lying. Even some of your hottest records out now, you thought it went viral. Somebody put some marketing dollars. They didn't just put it on Instagram and somebody picked it up and was like, oh, shit. That's rare.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. Because you could have the best song in the world, but if you ain't put no marketing and promotion behind it, it doesn't matter. It's very rare people just going to stumble right across it.
Definitely. Yeah, you definitely got to put money behind everything that you do.
Yeah.
Because everything's saturated.
And
everything is saturated.
It is. And that's why our engagement is so much lower on social media, because they're forcing us to pay for Instagram ads and stuff like that. And stop worrying about, like, on Reels, if you don't get that many likes, scroll over there to the views. I bet you the views are going to be up in there through there. You might get 500 likes, but you're at 10,000 views. That's what I care about, because that's where the money coming in, because we get paid off them Reels.
Like, 300 likes on a Reel, but I got 11,000 views.
That's what I'm saying.
11,000 views, it's $50.
Right.
And that's just for one post.
Right.
So you're getting paid per post, and they max you out at like $1,200. So, I mean, the biggest thing is, don't worry about the like. Everybody cares about the likes. People buy likes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't care about that.
You go to your Insta stories. If you post something on your stories, you'll notice you may have 2,000 views on your stories, but 2 likes.
Right.
It's because they're interested in scrolling through the stories.
Yeah,
the stories are like Reels.
Right.
Yep, they are.
That's big facts. Well, again, I appreciate you guys being here both. Where can we follow you at, JFresh?
You can find me at JFresh Beatz on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter. Well, it's Beatz JFresh on Twitter. I'm still trying to get that fixed. You can also find me on YouTube, JFresh Beatz with the Z. So,
and then your streaming platform.
Oh, my streaming platform is SBZ Gaming. SBZ Gaming. We do not only video games, but we also make a beat for the video game.
Yeah.
So after we make a beat from the video game, we release it as a, I guess you can say, copyright free, so that other producers or other content makers can use it whenever they're making videos and stuff like that.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm only on Instagram. It's IAMDJSTAXX. IAMDJSTAXX, because there's a bunch of DJ Stacks out there. So it's XX. 2 X's at the end. You know, just hit my DMs. It don't really matter. We can work on anything. I don't actually have one of those people that's like, yo, I need a big budget. I'll help you out. Nah, I'll help you with whatever you got. And if your music is dope, I could plug you in. So long as you're willing to work, because people don't be willing to work. They expect you to hand you everything. I'm not doing no favors, because one day I might need that favor, and I already used it on you.
Big facts, man. Well, listen, we up out of here, y'all. It's Roundtable Mondays.